Okay, so there's apparently some updates with Lily the terrorist Tino. Frankly, I haven't been following this as much as I should be because all these videos blow up, which is all thanks to you guys. I don't know why you guys like this content so much, but I guess you get a kick out of watching this freak get what he deserves, so.
The Attorney General has now confirmed a formal investigation into TikTok creator Lily Tino after she posted mirror selfies from multiple women's restrooms at Walt Disney World with other women and children clearly reflected in the frame.
Well, there's the investigation. There we go. That's the most open and shut case I've ever seen. Florida's Attorney General, there's your evidence right here.
I think Disney's gonna ban me for this one.
Prosecutors are weighing third-degree felony video voyeurism charges that carry up to 5 years in prison.
Please let this be real. Oh my god, it would be a Christmas miracle. Oh my man. Oh my god, this would be great. This would be amazing.
Her image. 2 mothers caught in those photos have already retained counsel for civil suits.
I am suing Lily Tino for emotional distress.
And online petitions demanding Tino be banned from Disney and TikTok have passed 15,000 signatures. In a matter of days, Lily Tino's Disney bathroom scandal just got a hell of a lot worse. What began as a fun little series of
that is the worst mistake this person's ever gonna make in their fucking life.
TikTok bathroom reviews has exploded into a legal minefield that could see the 27-year-old influencer facing multiple felonies, 6-figure civil damages, and a
multiple fucking felonies? Oh my god. Oh, karma's a bitch. I love this, and I love the fact that it couldn't have happened to a better person. This is what I want to see the law used for. You know, you have to imagine, too, if you're Lily Tino, how dumb do you have to be to know how much you're hated, and then to also do something where there's even a slight risk of legal trouble? Because won't the people who hate you take that route of legal justice? Like, oh, hey, you know, everyone hates me online, and so maybe if I stay out of trouble and don't do anything too retarded, I'll just be that person who gets bombed with hate comments and dislikes, not the person who gets thrown in jail. But you didn't think too hard about that one, did you? Doesn't seem like you do that very often.
Permanent ban from the happiest place on Earth. In early June 2025, Tino, real name Nicholas Contino, entered at least 10 women's restrooms across Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom, snapping mirror selfies to rate each facility.
Look at this smug expression. You wanted your restrooms back? Denied. Request denied. Epcot bathroom, 7 out of 10. I can't believe this is a real human being. This is the problem with the whole slippery slope thing being called a fallacy. People are saying, no. Trans people, we just want to be on our own and live on our own and do our own thing. And then you have the skeptics saying like, well, yeah, I don't know. I think that just by accepting that, you're opening yourself up to a lot of other things, right? This whole slippery slope argument started with like letting gay people get married and then letting teachers choose the fucking amount that they want to talk about gay sex in the classroom and then allowing for men just dressed as women to enter the women's restroom, and then eventually you're gonna have, you know, the conversation of minor attractive people being reopened. People who believe that is not what's happening need to open their fucking eyes, because this person is giving a literal smug face after rating a women's restroom a 7 out of 10, okay? Well, after peeing standing up in this women's restroom. It's real and it's happening in front of your eyes.
Her phone captured not just tiled walls and soap dispensers, but unsuspecting mothers, daughters, and toddlers standing yards away, faces unblurred, consent unasked. Those images rocketed onto TikTok, where Tino's 400k plus followers watched her grade bathrooms on vibe and female friendliness, even joking that one Lou scored a 10/10 because she peed standing up.
Told you. I mean, that's how you know that this person is never gonna fit in, right? No women actually has ever done that. How many women do you think have gone into the women's restroom, bragged about entering the women's restroom, and then bragged about standing up in the women's restroom? I'll give you some time. It's a really challenging number. It's 0.
Backlash was immediate. Parents blasted the selfies as predatory. Women's rights advocates called them digital trophies. Within 48 hours, 2 furious mothers, each visible in Tino's footage, hired attorneys announcing plans to sue for invasion of privacy and emotional distress.
Last week, I was in Disney.
That makes perfect sense, because you've done both of those things. You invaded their privacy by documenting them in a private space, and then you've distressed them by putting them in the face of millions of people who, in some odd, rare cases, actually enjoy your content. So now you're putting those people in front of the eyeballs of other fucking freaks.
Disney World in the women's bathroom with my...
It's almost as if 1,000 of you walked into the restroom alongside actual women.
My child. And when I walked into the bathroom, there was Lily Tino taking pictures in the bathroom mirror. And she turned to me and said, "Hey, let me get your face in this picture." And I said, "No, thank you." But then she took the picture anyway of me and my kid, and I felt this really weird feeling. And I looked down at my kid, and my kid got turned into a corn dog. Lily Tino turned my kid into a corn dog.
Oh, I get it, because it didn't actually happen, and you have to hide behind hyperbole and satire in order to distract from the criticism of you committing multiple felonies. That's a good one. That's the oldest trick in the book, you know? When you go in front of the judge, instead of actually telling the judge what happened, just make up some outrageous story about how you touched the kid on camera to actually make what really happened seem less important, when in reality, what actually happened is pretty bad, and you using satire actually shows how desperate you are to minimize what you did.
Then
what you're basically doing right now is saying they're acting like I killed someone when all I did was take a photo. Did anyone die when I take a photo? It's like by saying that, by using death as the frame of reference, everything seems fine. Oh, you didn't actually kill another human? Okay, you're good to go. Like, you understand that when you think about it for more than 5 seconds, it becomes very apparent how fucking dense you are.
Looked at me and said,
"This is super disrespectful and ironic to mock women she took photos of in the bathroom when she has actual breakdowns over being misgendered." Yeah. Like, at least respect the space. You're a guest.
"Oh, that'll be great for a video. Can I use your corn dog kid to explain bottom surgery?" And I was about to say no, but then J.K. Rowling walks in and says, "I'm here to defend real women." But of course, Lily Tino pulls out her wand and starts using transgender magic. But J.K. Rowling was ready and pulled out her wand, and they did the thing where the spells go like... But
what are you drinking?
But J.K. Rowling was really smart and used a misgendering spell on Lily, and Lily got banished.
Why is the water bottle shaped like a buzzball?
The Shadow Realm. Then J.K. Rowling turned to me and said, "Don't worry, if you get banished from the Shadow Realm, you are also banned from Disney. So you don't have to worry about Lily Tino anymore. But you should probably still sue her for emotional distress." And then she turned my kid from a corn dog back into a kid, and we high-fived and took a bathroom selfie to
Who watches this shit? Who spends their free time watching this at all? I couldn't even hate watch this if I wanted to. I'm only watching it because I know that there's like 27 minutes of other content here. But if you were not a kind of person that swipes after listening to this for longer than 5 seconds, I got some concerns. How is this even good for viewers? Like, this isn't even content. The issue is that when there's people who are disliked, you know, and they do things that make people hate them, there is at least a chance that they're entertaining enough to maintain an audience, right? This is not one of those people. Think about Aiden Ross, for example. He was kind of hated by the internet for a while, and then he actually just has enough money to make entertaining streams and enough camera presence. I'll give him his flowers. He's an entertaining guy to where even the hate viewers, some of them became fans, right? And he just keep growing and growing. What the fuck is this person's appeal at all? Like, what is the thing that makes me want to watch this at all? It's not entertaining. There's no presence. There's no humor, energy, story. It's boring as fuck. Jesus Christ.
The legal fallout from Lily Tino's actions has been swift. By late June 2025, the Florida Attorney General announced a formal investigation into the incident. Florida's Attorney General James Uffmeyer publicly stated, "We're investigating Lily Tino's restroom photos," and emphasized no tolerance for men in women's and girls' restrooms, cracking down, citing Florida Statute 810.145, which outlaws filming or disseminating.
I really wonder what, if anything, actually comes of this. Because, I mean, as much as I want it to happen, the odds that this person legit gets sent to jail seems really low to me. I don't know why. I feel like there's kind of a plot armor for famous people where they are just not going to jail as much as they should. Maybe it could be the opposite in this case, that because it's been broadcasted publicly, it actually makes it more likely that he's going to go to jail, but I don't know. I don't know why, but my faith in this is just it's very low, right? Because you look at what is legal, and there's just so much that we already let fly, that it just seems like this would be another thing that we just let fly. Because our country's a fucking dying empire. Because we live in clown world, because it's all a joke, because kids can go to fucking middle school and go to their school library and read gay sex porn smut. Like, I really feel like with all that we have allowed to become mainstream, it just seems like this seems insignificant almost.
Images from any place where people have a reasonable expectation of privacy, including bathrooms. Violations are a third degree.
Also, take a shower. Like, I mean, how greasy are we gonna get here?
Expectation of privacy, including bathrooms. Violations are a third degree felony, up to 5 years behind bars, and a $5,000 fine for every single frame.
Yeah, we're investigating this. We do not tolerate men or boys in women's and girls' restrooms, gyms, private space.
This is what I don't get. I keep hearing this whole we're investigating this, but you're watching it. That is the investigation. Like, you've witnessed it on camera, posted to the internet. Where's, like, what's the fucking counter argument? Oh, it was CGI, it's AI generated. No, it's definitely real. What is there to investigate?
No tolerance. We're investigating this one. We've already cracked down on some gyms in South Florida. They were allowing people that identify as women to go into women's locker rooms. We put them on notice that legal action was coming. Thankfully, they changed their ways. Alachua County, a public school system, they had a camp, Camp Crystal Lake, where they were allowing 5th grade elementary age boys to identify as girls and stay in the girls' bunks. We shut this down right away, too. Thankfully, they did not fight us on it. It's amazing we have to have these conversations today. But here in Florida, we believe there are 2 sexes, men and women, and we are going to protect our girls at all costs.
Petitions mushroomed overnight, one demanding Disney revoke Tino's annual pass, another urging TikTok to delete her account. Combined signatures now exceed 15,000 and climbing. Tino at first laughed off the outrage, insisting bathroom selfies are something every woman does, and dismissing critics as transphobes. That bravado faded as subscriber counts slipped, and TikTok reportedly flagged the posts for potential child safety violations. By late June, Tino had gone conspicuously quiet, locking older videos and telling fans she was taking a step back, while lawyers handle the haters.
So funny.
Yet the legal gears keep grinding.
The lawyers are handling the haters? Is that actually what he
While
said?
lawyers handle the haters.
Yeah, the haters in question are the government. That's pretty funny. The literal attorney general. Yeah, you're just a hater. Your Honor, have you considered that the people suing me, them being the FBI and the CIA and all the intelligence assets, are just haters? Have you considered that the people that don't want to be photographed in the women's restroom, which I'm not even supposed to be in the first place, are just a bunch of fucking haters and transphobes? The arguments being used here are shit. And when you have shit arguments in legal dealings, you go to jail. And so maybe we get lucky and maybe something actually gets done and an example gets made out of this person. That would be epic sauce.
Yet the legal gears keep grinding. Each selfie could be charged separately.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I see, because it's a video in each frame. Yeah, we gotta hope you were recording at 30 FPS.
Photos mean a theoretical 50-year ceiling.
Oh my god, 50 years? Can we please get that?
Conviction would brand Tino a felon for life. Civil court...
It's the very definition of FAFO? Well, this is the faux part of the FAFO, no?
Offers no refuge. Juries tend to side with outraged parents, and Florida...
Maybe this is a hot take, and maybe I'll get flack for this, but something about this in itself is fucked up to me. This Disney headgear with the trans flag on it. Now, I don't know if this was made on Etsy or if it's actually Disney licensed, but the idea that a children's brand that sells cartoons and movies to young audiences is also going to market some sexually perverted flag to that same demographic is very odd to me. I don't care if someone is like transgender, that doesn't affect me. But the idea that this is a sexually, maybe not perverted in for every case, right? You know, there's some people who are trans who they're probably fine. But the idea of this in itself, that you're going to cut someone's dick off and tell them they're a woman, that to me kind of perverted. And I think if you're going to make this especially a message that you're branding on children's apparel, I mean, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Get sued.
Allows punitive damages for privacy invasion when minors are involved. Behind the scenes, Disney's security division is reviewing...
Lily would be 87 years by then. Yeah.
Surveillance footage. Insiders say a lifetime ban is almost certain once the criminal case is filed. The message is stark. In Florida, a smartphone becomes contraband the moment you cross a restroom threshold. For Lily Tino, a quest for viral validation has metastasized into a legal nightmare, one selfie at a time. In late May 2025, she posted a series of Disney bathroom review videos where she ranked various women's restrooms at Walt Disney World.
Fit into Disney World. I don't really know what the deal is with bathrooms. You know, Florida is really conservative. I don't know what the rules are. Trans women are allowed to be in women's bathrooms, but I'm about to go and use the bathroom because I have to tinkle. If I get stopped, I get stopped, I guess. But I'm a woman, so I'm going to use the women's bathroom, and being in...
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, women don't often refer to themselves as women every 5 seconds because they forget or need to make everyone else aware that they have to, let's just say, make an exception.
Florida or being in California or wherever isn't going to stop me. So
it's like the guy who's 5'10" spamming that he's 6 foot. No, you're not.
I will report back in a minute once I have hopefully tinkled without issue. Went as well as it could have gone. No one gave me any weird looks. Definitely no one stopped me. I walked in, I found a stall. I peed. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes a little self-conscious about with the sound. Think, oh, is there someone peeing standing up there? But you know what? I peed standing up and it was fine. And then I washed my hands and I left. And you know what? On my way out from the women's bathroom, I took a quick picture with someone who recognized me and it was lovely. So overall, Disney World in Florida, 10 out of 10 women's bathroom experience.
There's also something else of a separate conversation about Disney adults in general, where we have a society that allows for grown adults to experience a children's vacation at any point in time without feeling any kind of shame. Like, I hate to tell you this, bro, but like, just go to the casino. Like, I'm actually serious. Don't go to Disney World twice a year by yourself as someone over the age of fucking 30. Like, respectfully, go to the casino and play blackjack or play baccarat or spin slots. Like, I'm actually so serious. Oh, that's degenerate. Okay, at least it's age appropriate. Like, I just think that going to the, like, what the fuck? I don't care if it's less bad for you. It's more bad for society.
For trans women.
However, what might have been intended as edgy content quickly crossed a legal and ethical line. In her mirror selfies, other women, including at least one young girl, were clearly visible in the background.
Dude, how many stalls are there here? This looks like a huge restroom, and the fact that you didn't think that you'd get caught? I don't think that's plausible. I think you fully knew what you were doing. Bro, this is at least like 10 fucking rows of stalls per side.
Without their consent. The incident has exploded into a firestorm of criticism, with many condemning her actions as a gross invasion of privacy and calling for serious consequences. Even high-profile figures and news outlets have weighed in, and Florida authorities...
What is this? J.K. Rowling? This man's bathroom photos are trophies. He wants women and girls in the background because it proves he's violating women's boundaries that actual females there as props. All he's got is a selfie of a scary looking creep in mouse ears, which isn't remotely what he's after. Oof. J.K. Rowling. I can tell why I can very much see why she has so many enemies, because she speaks about this very frankly and very honestly. And being honest about this sort of stuff will definitely get you hated, because it's just like there's no qualifier when she says this man. There's no like need to insert the word biological there. Well, technically, it's like the word biological, whenever you hear someone say, well, it's a biological man, just take out biological. Like, you're just saying a man that is also a man. Can there ever be a man that is not a biological man? Like, no. So just say a man. Like, I like this. It's blunt, it's honest, it gets to the point. I've never been a Harry Potter fan, but, you know, I mean, there's obviously something I respect about someone who's willing to speak the truth, especially when you actually have something to lose, you know?
Have launched an investigation that could lead to criminal charges.
And if truly that happened, right? If truly they wanted to say it was against the rules for you to take bathroom selfies, that will ultimately be a good thing. You said not like that I'm happy to be in trouble that way, but this is what it is being an advocate. Okay, this is like.
So this is like the MLK I have a dream angle. Like, yeah, I might take the heat for it now, but you guys will thank me later when men can cut their dicks off. Or actually not even in most cases cut their dicks off. Men just don't even cut their dicks off. They can still just walk in the women's restroom. You guys will thank me when that's gonna happen in the future. Okay, I'll be like the martyr. I'll be the first to do it. Dumbass.
My goal in taking those pictures was to normalize trans women using the women's
Yeah, we know.
Right?
That was the thing. That was why everyone hates it, because part of it has to do with the fact that you're normalizing perversion. Like, you're normalizing something that's terrible for society. Like, what the fuck are you even saying? Like imagine me doing something where, like, I do, like, full-on blackface, and then I run around the streets screaming the N-word, and I take a video of it and I post it, and then I say, guys, listen, I'll explain myself. My point when I did that was just to normalize being violently racist. What? Like, that doesn't make it sound any better. You just explain what we just saw. Like, you would think the explanation would at least try to like change the story in some way to make people feel bad for you, but you're just saying what we all saw. So it's actually worse because you're fully aware.
That kind of thing doesn't happen without friction. Okay, thank you, Jordan, for subbing. It doesn't
fucking Jordan, bro. Jordan, let's have a talk.
Happen without friction. Okay, if Florida as a state wants to make a stink about it, they certainly are welcome to. But ultimately, they'll have to know that if they do that, that will do nothing but draw more attention to the issue, right?
Like that makes it any better for you?
Which ultimately they might want to do, but these aren't the kind of things that people like truly go to prison for.
Well, that part, unfortunately, he might be right about, because my hopes for this are not zero, but the fact the headline that Lily Tino sent to prison on multiple felony counts seems too good to be true. Okay, that seems like we would have world peace if that were to happen, and I don't think we're anywhere close to getting world peace. But this argument that it would just like more people would see, oh my god, what is this horrible thing happening to this trans person, like that's how they would feel about it, is ridiculous. Like, you don't think people would look at that and be like, holy shit, this freak got what they fucking deserve? Like, it would get mainstream coverage, and then Fox News would be printing the same headline every fucking day of the week, and boomers would salivate over the fact that you're behind bars. I'm slowly starting to agree with what you said in a stream not too long ago. Lily Tino might be a psyop or an FBI agent in disguise. Maybe, but I also don't know if you care so much about working for the FBI that you're going to become trans to make trans people look bad. You know, there's no undoing this. So
these are the kinds of things that you see news articles about, right? Like, trans woman, you know, in trouble with Florida after blah, blah, blah. And like, it would be a public debacle. And that's good. Because we want that conversation out there.
In this video, we'll break down what happened, why it's illegal.
So the problem with what he just said is that he thinks it would be beneficial for his cause, as activists would feel bad for him and then march to the streets. What in reality would happen was people's fears of what you actually did happening would be vindicated. So people who are thinking to themselves, yeah, you know, this is what trans people do, seeing a trans person doing what they are afraid of them doing, and then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I was right. And so, yeah, okay, I thought that I was maybe being closed-minded, but then I just saw it happen, and now I'm definitely right. So you're retarded.
And how people are reacting, from public outrage and petitions to Lily Tino's own response and the possible fallout for her future. It didn't take long for viewers to point out that this wasn't just inappropriate, it was likely illegal. In Florida, where Disney World is located, state law explicitly prohibits photographing or recording people in private spaces like restrooms without consent. The video voyeurism law makes it a crime to film someone where they have a reasonable expectation of privacy, such as a bathroom or changing room. This law exists to protect people from exactly...
Can you imagine if you went to the gym? I'm talking to the boys out there. And you just took a fucking GoPro into the men's sauna. You know how many old guys in the sauna just have their cock and balls fully out? You know, there's no underwear, no towel, no anything. I don't know what it is with these fucking old guys, old men in the locker room. They literally just have no shame to where they don't cover up whatsoever. Like, there was this gym I used to go to. It was December 2023. I think I remember distinctly because I was just fucking astounded. I go in the sauna. I just did a workout and I'm ready to go into the sauna because it's nice. You know, you burn off the steam, and it was the winter because I know I'm about to be in for a big cold walk home, and I just wanted something to enjoy. And I go into this fucking sauna, and legitimately there's like 4 fully naked men in there. Old men, like 80, 70 years old. And immediately I open the door, I'm like, okay. And I decide, you know what, I'll just shower at home. And to think that I would ever want to bring a GoPro in there is ridiculous, and I would expect to get sued if I ever did.
This kind of intrusion. So Lily Tino's Disney bathroom stunt appears to fall squarely under that criminal offense. The fact that minors were involved, since a child was visible in at least one photo, only heightened the alarm and disgust for many observers, and would likely aggravate any legal consequences.
Everyone's asking me, as a mom of a young girl, how do I feel about Lily Tino using the bathroom?
What a crazy opener. Welcome to the modern world. That's what moms are being asked now.
At Disney World, standing up and then posting about it. Well, let me tell you, I think it's absolutely appalling, and here's why. Again, I am a mother of a 6-year-old. This little girl is extremely independent. She wants to do things on her own. She's also a little sponge because this frontal lobe of hers is...
Trans people will never understand that the most transphobic people out there are parents, because they are the most afraid of anything that can harm their child. And so, I hate to tell you this, they are the most laundry detergent phobic, you know, the most falling down the stairs phobic, and also the most transphobic. And there's nothing you can do about that.
still developing and will still develop until she's about 25, 26. Also, she's at the vital age of absorbing absolutely everything. This lasts for another couple years. Everything that she's learning right now is getting extra absorbed. So you add this confusion of gender to her at this age, there's a big problem.
Mommy, why does this man look like a girl? Yeah, no parent wants to have that conversation. They'd rather that person that exposed their child to just be arrested. Not on their fucking life would I let my nieces go in a public bathroom alone. Well, especially now.
Walks like a man, talks like a man, pees like a man.
Yeah. Is a man.
To a 6-year-old, what does that say to her? Is she going to feel comfortable in those bathrooms? Probably not. Now, before you call me any kind of transphobic person, let me...
Ready? This is unfortunately the part where they have to defend themselves, when in reality, they should just lean into how much they care about their children.
remind you that some of my dearest friends are part of the LGBT community. This is not about that. There is a bigger picture going on, and I think it's time that we stop being terrified of exposing this. This person makes money off of being misgendered while in the same breath saying that they're not trying to pass.
That's true. It's actually kind of crazy.
This is not okay.
No, it's not.
They are creating confusion to so many people, and the fact that they keep on doing this around children, we all need to open our eyes and realize that there's something bigger going on, and if you can't see that, it's time that you start.
I don't know if Lily Tino is part of a bigger plan, but I will tell you, the idea of an arrest would be probably the most mouth-watering thing for Florida moms and dads.
So, I would encourage you to look through some of the videos that Lily Tino has posted in the past and ask yourself, really.
And the real thing you gotta think about is, like, not only do you have to protect your kids IRL from this shit, but if you know that this person's on fucking TikTok, get your kids off of TikTok. Get your children off of TikTok, because there is a non-zero chance by the fucking roulette of a scroll that they encounter Lily Tino or somebody that looks or acts like Lily Tino, and that is a conversation that you never want to have with your fucking kid. You want them to learn about it, like, when they're, like, in, you know, during puberty, that they notice it, like, by fucking random chance, you know, some weird kid was talking about some shit at school, so there's already an association there, and they'll be fine. But when there's early exposure to this kind of stuff, you're running a great risk of your kid coming out kind of weird.
Critical thinking time.
Like, any child who watched gore from a young age just by accident, was unfettered access to the iPad, they're fucking weird.
Who is this person and why am I supporting them, or why are they actually...
Because they can come from a good home, but just by watching shit on the internet with completely unfiltered access, they may as well have been from a broken home.
On this app? Who is supporting them and what is going on? Let me know what you think. But, and you know, it's funny. I've never believed in cancel culture in my entire life, but I think this is the first time in my life, and probably the only time, who knows, never say never, but I might actually be fully on board of cancel culture for this one person. So, if you stand with me on cancel Lily Tino, let me know, because single-handedly the damage this one's doing to children, and anyway, have a great day.
Florida had recently passed laws barring individuals from using opposite-sex restrooms, meaning as a trans woman, Lily was technically violating state policy simply by entering the women's facilities. But the photos and filming made it far more serious. Uthmeyer made it clear that Florida views this incident as a criminal matter, citing the state's privacy statutes. If prosecutors decide to file charges under Florida's voyeurism privacy law, section 810.145, Lily Tino could face a felony charge. How much prison time could she face? According to reports, a conviction under this law carries up to 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. Florida officials have stressed that recording someone in a private space isn't just inappropriate, it's criminal. That stance is being backed with action. The Attorney General's office is gathering evidence from Lily's videos. It's worth noting that Disney World is private property, however, Florida law still applies there.
Obviously.
and Disney is likely cooperating with authorities. It's not only criminal law that Lily might have to worry about. At least 2 women are exploring civil legal action against her. One woman, a mother whose young daughter's image was captured in the bathroom selfie, has said she is working with an attorney and considering a lawsuit for invasion
That's a free
of
bag.
privacy and emotional distress.
Go get your
Another
money up,
woman
not your funny up.
photographed in a restroom has also indicated she may sue. Their argument is straightforward. Lily exposed them, and in one case, a child, to the internet without permission in a vulnerable setting, causing them distress and potentially risking.
You also have to keep in mind Lily Tino's audience probably got some gooners in there. And it's a weird type of gooner, so putting kids in front of a camera for an audience like that, yeah, I don't think so.
Their safety. Legal experts note these women could have grounds under civil privacy torts, and Florida's voyeurism statutes also allow victims to sue the person who took the images.
Good.
So Lily Tino might end up fighting battles on multiple fronts. In short, what started as a TikTok stunt has escalated into a very real criminal case. But
Nice.
beyond the courtroom, Lily Tino has been tried in the court of public opinion, and the verdict is overwhelmingly negative. Her Disney bathroom stunt triggered a tidal wave of outrage across social media, YouTube, news sites, and even among fellow influencers. Criticism came from all sides. Many saw her behavior as confirming the worst fears about privacy and safety in public restrooms, and even transgender advocates said Lily's actions were out of line and harmful to their community. Perhaps most strikingly, J.K. Rowling, the famous Harry Potter author and a very vocal critic of trans women in female spaces, weighed in to condemn Lily Tino. Rowling posted on X, Twitter, that this man's bathroom photos are trophies. He wants women and girls in the background because it proves he's violating women's boundaries. Without actual females there as props, all he's got is a selfie of a scary looking creep in mouse ears. Rowling's scathing comment went viral, with many agreeing that Lily
I can't get over this fucking...
in mouse
The before and after is just so,
ears.
like...
Rowling's
It's just crazy.
scathing comment went
It's like the Norwood Reaper comes for you, and that's it. You either choose a lane. You're either becoming Tectone or you're becoming Lily Tino. And in many cases, in modern America, you become Lily Tino. And at that point, bro, it's GG. Like, fuck. You're gonna give up your fertility. You're gonna give up your body. You're gonna give up your future to be like it's ma'am to foreign waitstaff. What a fulfilling, epic life. You could be making commentary videos like Tectone, and you're choosing not to. What a damn shame. I mean, I'll keep it a buck. That strawberry shake looks pretty good, though, so maybe there's some upsides.
viral, with many agreeing that Lily's photos seemed almost like trophies of violating women's privacy.
Right.
With all of Rowling's statements
Seeing
about
what you
her,
can get away
this
with.
is how Lily Tino responded.
Say no, but then J.K. Rowling walks in and says, I'm here to defend real women. But of course, Lily Tino pulls out her wand and starts using transgender magic. But J.K. Rowling was ready and
Bro,
pulled out
shut
her
the
wand
fuck
and they
up.
did
We already
the thing
seen
where
this
the
shit.
spells go like. But J.K. Rowling was really smart and used a misjet, so you don't have to worry about Lily Tino anymore. But you should probably still sue her for emotional distress.
Coming from the author, who has millions of followers, this amplified the outrage further. It also framed Lily Tino as a predator in the public eye, which is an image she will have a hard time shaking.
Well, because it's true. I mean, is there anything else here? Because I mean, this is basically it. Like we've been known all this, right? I didn't know about the J.K. Rowling thing, but I knew about the investigation, and I don't know how there hasn't been a conclusion yet. But yeah, pretty cool.